Hi everyone. With the cancellation of ProLight and Sound this year, and the current situation many of you and our industry as a whole are facing, we've been looking for ways to provide a bit of extra support to you, our users. As part of this, we've decided to record the planned ProLight and Sound presentations and make them available to you online on this website. My name is Jesse Cogdell and I'm the European Entertainment Specialist at Vectorworks. And in this presentation, I'm going to give you an introduction to GDTF and MVR and talk a bit about how it's going to change, or has the potential to change our industry for planning, pre-programming and designing. At the end, I'm going to give you a short demonstration of the workflow in Spotlight for how to export an MVR file, including GDTF fixture profiles, and use that to patch an MA3 on PC. Now, I had originally planned to do this live at ProLight and Sound on stage, and the original plan was to use an MA3 console and hook it up to Vision and use the same MVR file to patch and set up both, and then show you that you can control everything directly from the console in Vision without needing any extra work. Due to the current circumstances, I no longer have access to an MA3 console, so this presentation will be a little bit shorter and is only going to be going into the MA3 on PC. I hope you find this useful and stay safe. Imagine a world where lighting fixtures just worked first time every time. This is what we're aiming at with the new general device type format. It's founded on the premise that lighting manufacturers know precisely how their devices are built and how they're intended to work. Nowadays, lighting fixtures and other DMX-controlled devices are becoming more and more complex. The development of these devices is faster than ever. New devices are designed with very complex structures and multiple instances. They have more complex color mixing systems and mode dependencies. Of course, this gives enormous flexibility to the user, but makes it nearly impossible for lighting console manufacturers, CAD and pre-visualization software developers to provide accurate fixture type data as quickly as needed. There are many different console and software manufacturers on the market, and all of them are using different ways and different file formats to get the fixture data into their systems. As the development of new high-end fixtures and devices takes place at an amazing speed, this creates a lack of available control data on the side of the console, CAD, and pre-visualization software manufacturers. Also, fixture manufacturers are often approached by their clients directly to support them with accurate fixture types. As there are so many different consoles, CAD packages and visualizers on the market, this process requires a vast knowledge of many different systems. Fixture manufacturers would need to understand how every one of the possible applications works and how to provide the required data. The lighting designer who would like to use these new devices has to deal with a range of obstacles. They often receive the device control data of a specific new fixture or device far later than expected. The data may be incomplete because it was not created by the manufacturer of the fixture. Typically, the data will only be in the form usable by a single lighting console, CAD package or visualizer. This very clearly demonstrates that our industry is missing a standardized way of defining the description and control of intelligent lighting fixtures, and the other devices that we use to create amazing experiences for our clients and audiences. The process of creating new shows is diverse, frequently disconnected, time-consuming, and it often requires manual mapping of data with a high chance of error. General device type format simplifies the entire workflow. It creates a common data exchange language, which is the pillar of a fully connected workflow from CAD to previs to console. Although there is no single correct process for creating a new show or event design, all designers have to deal with similar challenges during their creative process. GDTF will contain all of the information required to control and visualize all kinds of devices, like lighting fixtures, video interfaces, and pyro, water effects, special effects or lasers, in a standardized manner. It supports the manufacturers to structure and provide all the relevant data to make their devices look best on stage and during visualization. GDTF makes the overall workflow much more efficient. Manufacturers only need to provide one single file containing all relevant data for everybody. Lighting console, CAD and pre-visualization software manufacturers receive accurate data directly from the person who best knows the device's full capabilities and how it needs to be controlled for optimum performance. The user gets data provided by the manufacturer quickly and efficiently, and benefits from the precision and quality which can only be obtained from the source that has designed the device. General Device Type Format was designed and jointly developed by MA Lighting Technology, Roby Lighting, and Vectorworks. Together they founded the GDTF group. GDTF has been developed as an open standards-based format, allowing manufacturers involved in entertainment design, production and performance to easily participate, and help establish GDTF as a true standard for our industry, especially since there are no costs for participating companies. Embracing GDTF is very attractive. The interest in pushing the idea of GDTF forwards quickly is very high. Many companies have already started to work with the new GDTF standard, and all of them love the idea of making life easier for the whole industry. Many of the leading manufacturers and software developers in the entertainment industry are now involved. The list you can see here on the screen is by no means complete, as more companies are joining the group every month. A GDTF file creates a unified definition for the exchange of device data between consoles, CAD, and pre-visualization software. A file is designed to replicate the real-world physical components of the most complex devices and to provide control based on this information. It contains and is derived from the 3D geometry of the device. This enables the possibility to describe fixtures with repeating functionalities in different parts of the device. The image here shows you an example of how a lighting fixture would be defined using GDTF. Each controllable attribute of the fixture, such as pan or tilt, is mapped to the corresponding physical part of the fixture. The physical behavior of mechanical parts and the light source is also a part of the GDTF file. It even includes detailed information about the color spectrum and photometrics of the used emitters. Furthermore, a GDTF file summarizes visualization information like goba wheels, color wheels, or animation wheels. All DMX control profiles of all modes and in each firmware version of the device are included in one single file for all kinds of software. A GDTF file always uses the same structure to provide all the important information. The file is human readable and structured as an uncompressed zip file. As the GDTF group has expanded since the original partners announced it in 2018, so has the list of device types that we wish to add support for. Lighting fixtures were merely the first step for GDTF. Next up is support for media server interfaces. So even though a GDTF file is based on a robust specification, it is subject to change, and there will be updates to guarantee advancement. Therefore, GDTF has been developed to be both easily extensible and backwards compatible. So we can truly say that the structure is made to be used in the long-term future. The GDTF group has put a lot of effort into creating documentation and software tools to support all interested partners in the best possible way. The following tools are publicly available. The GDTF Wiki, which describes the specification of GDTF. The Gtf Builder is an independent tool to create GDTF files and available online. The Gtf Builder online manual explains features and functions of the builder. The GDTF Share database, which provides an online portal and a site for all GDTF files. The GDTF forum provides a discussion platform, FAQ and tutorial area for quick help. And you can reach out directly to the GDTF developers there. All tools are maintained by the GDTF group on a regular basis to fulfill the needs of all participating companies. Furthermore, the GDTF group is more than happy to support everybody who is interested in this revolutionary idea. All of these resources can be found on our website, gdtfshare.com. Imagine a world where data exchange between CAD software, pre-visualization and lighting console is just a click away and simply works. That's the possibility of the new My Virtual Rig or MVR format. The GDTF group has consequently extended the advantages of the new GDTF format and created a GDTF-based bi-directional link between CAD software, lighting consoles and pre-visualization. One of the biggest challenges we deal in our day-to-day design, planning and programming workflows for shows and events is sharing data with our colleagues involved with production, mainly due to the huge variety of software we use in the entertainment industry. We all use whichever application best supports our specialty. Importing CAD data from one software to another can be a tough task, let alone getting this data into other types of software such as lighting consoles or pre-visualization programs. Often different file formats with limited compatibility are used, and there is no real standard for data exchange. Very often it is faster to redraw the entire design than trying to fix all the errors. With the help of MVR, all of this can be easily fixed. An MVR file is built on the foundation of GDTF and contains GDTFs for all the DMX controllable devices used in your design. In addition to containing GDTF files, an MVR file also contains all of the 3D geometry of your venue and environment, with any attached textures, the entire DMX patch and positional data of your design, which combined with the 3D geometry provides the contextual data needed to make use of the GDTFs in the file. It also includes all of the data and geometry related to non-GDTF symbols and all of the attached data records for your design. In our industry, efficient collaboration between the different designers, planners and companies involved in a project is vital to delivering a successful show or event, especially when you consider the short timeframes often involved. Currently, there is often a lot of time lost due to duplicated workflows and single directional data exchanges. Whether it is from CAD to CAD, from CAD to previs or console, the exchange of important data is difficult. MVR offers new possibilities to our industry. Users can dramatically decrease the time needed to prepare a project. MVR enables the export from and into any element involved in the design process. It is now possible to patch your console right out of your CAD software or pre-visualization application. When changes are made during pre-programming, the user can easily update the CAD documentation with the help of an MVR file exported from the console or the previous software. Furthermore, it is much easier now to project share data with other involved companies and colleagues. They simply import the MVR file that you have sent or export an MVR file that you need. Bidirectional communication between all groups involved in the project creates completely new workflows, makes project coordination and sharing far easier, and greatly reduces the duplication of work previously required. MVR will revolutionize how our industry designs, plans, documents and pre-programs shows and events. For the next part of this presentation, I'm going to switch over to Vectorworks Spotlight and show you how to export an MVR file and how to use this to patch your MA3 console. Okay, so here we have the design model that I've prepared in Vectorworks, and as you can see it's a full 3D model with various elements like lighting fixtures, movable scenery objects and so on. Now to make this process easier, I'm just going to change this into a 2D top-down plan view. Okay, now that we're in a top-down plan view, it's much easier to see the details of the plan. I've fully patched and addressed this previously before starting this demo. Now you can see here when I select a fixture, it has its mode assigned, it has the DMX address and all the other details that you need. However, it is not yet ready to export as part of an MVR. To be able to export an MVR successfully from Spotlight, we need to link the Spotlight lighting symbols to a GDTF. Now, the easiest way to do this is to use the GDTF fixture mode drop-down in the object info pane after group selecting your fixtures. So as you can see here, I currently don't have any GDTFs available for the pointies. So what we have to do is use the import GDTF command. And here is the pointy personnel GDTF I downloaded earlier from the website. Hit open. And now, when we open up this drop down, you'll see that Arobe Pointy Mode 2 is now available to select. And just quickly select it, we've now got the Arobe Mode 2 assigned. For the other fixtures, so for the Source 4s and the Robin 800 LED washes and the 100 beams, we can use the GDTF resources file and access or import the GDTFs from there, which I've previously saved. So we've got the source 436 degree here. We hit import, and then we just do that the same for each of the others that we want to use, the 100 beam and the 800 wash. These will now be available inside your file. So if I quickly select here, you see ETC is now shown up in the menu, and we'll just do the 8-bit mode for the moment. And if I select the 800 washes, and we're going to go with mode 1 for that. And lastly, the 100 beams. They're in mode 5. So I just open up the Arobe file, select mode 5, and that's us ready to export this file. So next we have to run the export MVR command. Okay, so now we've got the export MVR dialog open, and you can see here I've chosen visible objects. This means we can use the class and layer visibility to control the export. And you can also turn off other items here, such as focus points, which most other software can't read, and so on. And importantly for this demonstration, you can see here the assigned GDTF files, the mode that's been used, and the number of fixtures. And now we just hit OK, tell it where we want to save it. In this case, I'm just going to dump it on the desktop, hit save, and the export process begins. Now that I've exported an MVR of my design in Spotlight, I can open the MA3 on PC, which as you can see I have already done so here, and import the MVR to patch it and set up the MA3D. Go to Patch, and then Import MVR. I've saved the MVR on a USB stick for this demo to make things easier. Importing the MVR typically takes 30 seconds to a minute. And here we have our patch. I'm afraid I'm not very good yet with the MA3 interface, so I'm just going to scroll down until I get to the fixtures. You can see here that the fixtures are present, complete with fixture ID, fixture type, mode, and address. Now we're going to close and save the patch and open MA3D. You can see that our design model of the venue has loaded in, complete with all the geometry. I'll rotate into a view of the stage. Here you can see we have our stage and all the basic geometry associated with it. So I'll turn on some of the fixtures so you can see that the patch has worked. As you can see from this demonstration, using MVR to set up a lighting console patch and previs is a very quick and easy process. This brings me to the end for today, and I'd just like to thank you for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope it's whetted your appetite for the potential that MVR and GDTF offer for our industry in the future. I hope this has given you a good understanding of how you can benefit from GDTF and MVR, and how this will help revolutionize how we work in our industry moving forwards. If you're interested in finding out anything more about MVR or GDTF, please visit gdtfshare.com, and you can access the forums, the frequently asked questions, or the wiki directly from the website. You can also go to the US Vectorworks Entertainment forums to find out more about any of the Spotlight part of the workflow, or just to ask general questions about MVR and GDTF. We'll be more than happy to interact with you and help answer them. So I hope to see you next year at ProLight and Sound when the circumstances are better. Until then, stay safe and goodbye.